Next up is newspapers and magazines. Now, here's something that can really save you time and still keep you informed, especially if you don't have access to every CSR magazine or journal out there. A lot of CSR information gets published in newspapers like the Times of India, Economic Times, and on niche platforms like CSR Journal, India CSR, and more. But realistically, we can't follow up everything every day, right? So here's a smarter way. Set up a Google alert. Go to google.com/alerts and type keywords like CSR, corporate social responsibility, social impact, corporate citizenship. You can also add keywords related to your cause like women's empowerment, livelihoods, education, or health, whatever is relevant to your NGO. Now, what happens is Google will send you email alerts every time there's news or content published on those topics. You'll get it all in one place, your inbox. You can choose how often you want updates, once a day, once a week, or as it happens. This way, you won't miss a story. Why is this helpful? Because whenever a company launches a new CSR initiative or funds a new project, you'll be the first to know. And that's the perfect time to reach out and pitch your program. Remember, knowledge is your fundraising superpower. The more updated you are, the more relevant your outreach will be. Now, let me introduce you to NGO Box. NGO Box is a platform for both domestic and FCRA compliant grant opportunities. And the best part, you can filter them based on your NGO's focus. You can search grants by thematic area, grant size, and even the location where your NGO operates. Here's a small tip to make the most of this. Subscribe to NGO Box's newsletter and block time on your calendar, say every Friday, to check their grant page. This ensures you don't miss any deadlines. Most NGOs miss out on grants not because they aren't eligible, but because they saw it too late. Also, take some time to explore both NGO Box and its sister platform CSR Box in depth. Both offer valuable tools, reports, CSR mapping, and even partnership opportunities. Reach out to their team, ask them what visibility services they offer. Sometimes, a small listing or feature can bring you right in front of the right donor. Remember, fundraising is not just about who you reach, it's also about who can find you. Next in line, attending CSR awards and summits. One of the most powerful ways to meet CSR professionals face to face is by attending CSR awards and summits. Yes, they are not just about awards and panel discussions, they are about networking. These events bring together companies, CSR heads, foundations, and NGOs. And that's your chance to talk about your work and build long term connections. Before you attend, keep your elevator pitch ready and practice it multiple times. It should include your NGO's name, how many years you have been working, your location, the cause or causes you support, and the impact created so far. Always carry your visiting cards and don't hesitate to exchange them with the CSR executives, even if they say they don't fund your cause or region. Why? Because not every conversation is about funding. Some are about visibility of future possibilities. If the person doesn't align with your current project, you can still invite them to follow your NGO's social media, offer employee volunteering opportunities, send festive greetings or product catalogs like handicrafts, diyas, or bags made by your beneficiaries, pitch small campaigns around Dan Utsav, Children's Day, or Environment Day. Every contact counts. Just because someone doesn't fund you now doesn't mean they won't remember you later. Stay visible, stay polite, and follow up smartly. One real conversation at an event can be more effective than 20 cold emails. So be prepared and be confident. Now, I know not every NGO has the budget to attend expensive CSR awards and summits, but that doesn't mean you miss out on the opportunity. Here's a clever workaround you can try. Most summits and conferences publish a list of speakers and corporate attendees on their websites or event pages. This list includes CSR heads, foundation CEOs, and sustainability managers, who are the real decision makers. And it's up to date. That means you know they are working in the role right now. Once you have identified the right people, simply search for them on LinkedIn or send them a direct email. Refer to the summit in your message. For example, I came across your name while exploring the speaker lineup for, you can mention the summit name, and wanted to connect regarding your NGO's work in. You don't need to attend the event to start building a relationship. Use the published information to start a conversation online and stay in touch consistently. Remember, it's not always about being in the room. Sometimes it's about reaching the right people the smart way. Let's move on to FCRA. If your NGO has an FCRA license, you are eligible to receive foreign funding. But how do you find these international donors? Let's break this down step by step. Start with NGO Box. Use the filters to look for live FCRA compliant grants. This is one of the most updated platforms for such listings in India. Next, approach foreign consulates directly, like the American, German, or British consulate. Visit their website, call on their board line number, or email them to ask if they fund social impact projects. You can also look up consulate staff on LinkedIn and connect with relevant officers or advisors who handle public affairs or development cooperation. Now, this one's a hidden gem. All NGOs receiving FCRA funds are required to publicly disclose the donor names in their reports. Visit websites of large reputed NGOs. Check their FCRA annual returns or financial reports. You'll find a list of foreign donors and foundations who are actively funding in India. Once you have those names, look them up, check their website, their focus areas, and reach out on LinkedIn or via email with a customized pitch. Now let's move on to banks. When shortlisting donors, you'll notice something important. Many companies restrict their CSR funding to areas near their offices, plants, or factories. This makes it tough if your NGO works in remote or underserved regions where these companies don't have a presence. So, what's the solution? Target banks. Banks are a different story. Because of their pan India presence, they are usually open to funding projects across the country, urban, rural, north, or south. Whether you're working in a small town in Chhattisgarh or a tribal block in Jharkhand, you should definitely be pitching to both big and small banks. Here's what you can do. Make a list of national and regional banks. Visit their websites and go to their CSR or sustainability section. Find past projects, focus areas, or any contact information. Reach out via email or LinkedIn to their CSR team. If possible, align your proposal with themes like financial literacy, education, rural livelihoods, or women's empowerment. These are areas banks often support under CSR. Don't underestimate smaller or regional banks either. They are often looking to support credible NGOs to utilize their CSR funds effectively.